range. Beat the takedown target for the win.
Alright guys, you guys just saw what's happening here. So what am I trying to say? First of all, in today's video we'll be talking about the 2026 Mazda cx-50. Just like the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, BMW X3, yes, BMW X3, and so many much more of the mid-size compact SUV that I haven't talked about. So unlike them, the cx-50 is on same path with them, yes, in same like category with them, most especially the recently reviewed RAV4 and the Honda CR-V, of course. So what I want to take the opportunity and say something concerning the powertrain, and the reason that I do use this particular takedown as an example is what happened, is what the Mazda did to the RAV4 and CR-V. So what's that? Here's the list. The 2026 Honda CR-V do have a two major powertrain, 1.5 turbo inline 4-cylinder that produces 190 horsepower and a CVT transmission, which I remembered in that video that I talked about it, especially that I said that I would rather go for the hybrid than the CVT. And again, they do have a second powertrain, which is 2.0 liter inline 4-cylinder hybrid. This one is non-turbo, just 2.0 liter hybrid. You understand? That produces 204 horsepower and ECVT transmission, and also a two electric motor for the front and rear wheel drive. And this is much more okay and far more reliable than the traditional CVT. Meanwhile, the ECVT, I remember that I said that there is no belt, no valve, nothing, no solenoid, just electronically controlled. You guys get it. So I remember that I said in the video of that survey that it's better to go for that hybrid than the conventional CVT, unless you do feel like you want to go out of your own option. Secondly is that Toyota RAV4 I talked about. Then what is that about that I talked about the RAV4? They do have our two distinctive powertrain. They do have a full-time plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. No gas. No gas, no hybrid, just full-time electric, which is capable of producing 324 horsepower due to the reason it has a bigger battery pack and electric motors at the front wheel drive and rear wheel drive as well. And another second trim is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine with two same electric motors capable of producing 226 horsepower with only front wheel drive, and if with all wheel drive it will be a big with 236 horsepower if for the all wheel drive for the Toyota RAV4, the second trim. So in terms of reliability and choosing as well, I would say both the plug-in hybrid is very good and reliable, and the 2.5 liter hybrid engine is also reliable. No turbo is being seen on this one. You understand? And that's what I said in those videos. This same engine is being used. I thought this thing over, and I don't see the need of saying it again. This same engine that is being used in this RAV4 was applied in the Highlander, Lexus TS and RS. But I know that it will be far more reliable. And if you look at that high trims like Highlander, RS 350 and CS, there I equip with turbo. I'm not saying that turbos are bad, but only if you can get the professional specialist that can handle them. But you know that turbos, especially again, is mainly good for highway traveling or highway movement, not for interstate or urban cruising. Then lastly is this 2026 Mazda cx-50. Then what makes me to represent it as the Predator? They do have a pure trims, which is also something that I always says about that. If car company should try and emit them, that will be good. But I know that for some situation they can't, but make the possible best they can in some way, just like this RAV4 and Honda CRV. But the Mazda do went extreme, like they do went straight in giving, like they make their options too much. What are those options? 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, capable of producing 256 horsepower, and a 6-speed transmission with all-wheel drive. Then this is where it gets more interesting. 6-speed transmission. You understand? And not only me, I don't know if I'm the only one, but if saying it will seem like it's an old fashion. But this double 4-cylinder now with this 6-speed transmission, despite it being turbo, I can recommend it that this turbo can last more than any other turbo that I do. I like any other turbo that I can imagine. I believe that this turbo for this 6-speed transmission will last way more longer, rather than being, and this tactics is what the Infinity are supposed to adopt, but I don't know for them, sure. Now this 6-speed is good for both interstate, urban cruising, and all this state-to-state travel. You understand? And to make the vehicle and transmission, the engine and transmission, to last more longer than expected. And this is another thing. Mazda is a very good and reliable vehicle, just that people are being sidelining it for the, like, yes, people are sidelining it for, because the Mercedes, Toyota, Honda are almost there. So, but that's just it. People are always sidelining the Mazda, but the Mazda is a very good and reliable vehicle for those of us that knows about it. And the second trim is the 2.5-liter. This one, no turbo is included in it, just naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, capable of producing 187 horsepower. Now, if you feel like, no, I don't want the trouble of turbo or anything turbo, just want it naturally aspirated, this is it. 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder, producing 187 horsepower, is okay for you, mainly for interstate and both highway traveling. You understand? So this is it. With 6-speed transmission, all-wheel drive as standard. But if you feel like you want the money to drop, you can go for an optional just front-wheel drive. Then come the lastly, 2.5-liter hybrid engine, inline 4-cylinder hybrid engine, no turbo again, capable of producing 219 horsepower. And this one now is ECVT. I told you guys, Toyota is reliable, yes. Honda is reliable, yes. Mazda are reliable. Mazda and again Subaru. I think Mitsubishi, I haven't come to Mitsubishi, but Subaru and this Mazda are also, even the Volkswagen are also reliable, but they also require special attention. Like you can't mistreat them or skip anything in terms of maintenance or something like that when it comes to that, like the Mazda. But no, this Mazda now, in terms of anything, is more reliable, just like the Toyota. Just like the Toyotas have made new, and also the availability of the spare part of this whole thing. But anyway, many of us do know that Mazda are doing a very big vehicle as well. Then you guys have seen it. Coming to the state of this vehicle, judging with the ones I've reviewed so far, such as the RAV4 and Honda CRV, Mazda still uses their old, let me say, far back design. You understand, which feels more sportier than the, like, I don't know if, like, in fact they are still the same. You can't say Honda is rugged in terms of look, but they are all still that beautiful. Honda in terms of look is rugged. Toyota in terms of look, futuristic. Then for this Mazda, in terms of look, it's more sportier. You understand? But the only way the Mazda is outpacing this RAV4 in terms of design is the headlight. I do prefer the headlight of the Mazda and RAV4 and Honda CR-V than the one of RAV4. You understand? But in terms of design, I think they are all the same thing. Then another thing is I've talked about the exterior, even with like the exterior remains as still as their last 3 years design. It never old, but we hope that one day they might take a redesign. Even at the rear, it's still as the same as the past few years. And I think they have another smaller version, you understand, which is the cx-30, but we'll soon get to that little by little. Then coming to the interior of the Mazda, if there's an like Mazda and the Honda CR-V, Mazda cx-50 and Honda CR-V like this now. For this their interior, I'm a big fan of it. For the Honda CR-V and Mazda, even for the Toyota RAV4, but this is where they are outpacing the Toyota RAV4. The the CR-V and Mazda are still offering the analog dial in terms of the dual zone climate control, hard shift, hard stick gear shifter, and all these things, easy to control infotainment screen display. But the infotainment screen display for the Mazda is much more smaller than all of this. You understand? The infotainment screen is much more smaller, and but to control it much easier than that of the RAV4, because the RAV4 they have gone to integrate most things inside the screen, which is not too bad. You understand? It's not too bad. It just takes time to learn. But another thing is that in terms of driving, you can't operate it as much as you want. But for this CR-V and this Mazda, you can operate it, and those knobs still make a very good and clicky sound that makes you feel nostalgia. You understand? Mostly after coming from a fully digital vehicle. And that's not just that. They do have their powertrain selection and their technology features. And if you see the dashboard of this vehicle, it do lose analog and digital at the same time. And again, their steering wheel are also sporty. Everything in this vehicle is sporty. But one thing is what they don't include in their technology package, which is the rear view camera mirror, which every other do include it. But in terms of wireless phone charging, spacious storage, spacious interior storage, they do offer it. Dual zone climate control, same thing with the Honda and RAV4. Then panoramic sunroof, it is there. What else? Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, they are also there, and all the various types of electronics, let me say, electrical handling that you can imagine, they are also there. Then coming to the second row seat, the second row seat, I won't say that this is just a compact SUV. You won't expect much. It's just on the same pace with the Honda CR-V or Highlander. And if any of them should be outpacing each other, I don't think the margin will be far. Yes, the margin for that won't be far enough. So above all, I think the thing is just that they are all very good vehicles, you understand, depending on your choice and which way you choose to go. And again, is the cargo capacity. Seeing the cargo capacity of this Mazda cx-50, you could see that you do have your 30 cubic feet behind the second row seat, and as far as 50 cubic feet in the second row seat are folded down. So, and it's the same calculation with the RAV4 and the Honda CR-V. But above all, in terms of steering, that's still interior. I think the Honda CR-V is still winning them all, because it do offer a larger screen, knob, and so many other technology features just that the hard touch plastic is what you expect in them, no soft touch. Maybe if you see the soft touch, it won't be big. And the leather seats, maybe I don't know for those seats, maybe you can option for more leather, like more top quality. And they know that those seats won't pass something like 8-way or 10-way power adjustment, lumbar support and memory seat. But all this depends on the option you do want to. And you may, just like Augusto, it's a compact SUV. You can't compare it with mid-size luxury SUVs. No, you understand. And you know that this um this mid-size, sorry, these compacts are way more cheaper. And the more option you keep adding to it, the more money it keeps accumulating. So it makes for cheaper. Let me see, mainly for people that still want to start owning a vehicle from a younger age. You understand? So guys, that's all for today's video about the Mazda cx-50. I don't know what you guys think, but if I made it far in watching this video, feel free to drop a like, comment, and maybe follow. Again, that's all for today's video. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, Mazda do mistake that video, just that they are doing sideline at times. But anyway, that's all guys. Thank you and see you in the next video.